Hello, I'm Maddie,
I'm Karina.
and this is Everything But the Fairy Tale Sync.
And
This
my
week's
computer.
episode is the Kraken, which, full disclosure, we did film this episode back while we were on spring break, while we were actually together, but I have had technical issue after technical issue. So we figured it would be best for us to just refilm it. And so that means Karina already knows some of the information, which is fine. I promise I won't talk about Pirates of the Caribbean as much in this one. I also won't sing sea shanties. So maybe this is better that we're re-recording.
Yeah.
We also had
ahead.
our dear, lovely friend Amanda with us, but she's not with us. And
she's still alive. You said
yeah,
so somber when you said she's not with us. No, she is not available to record right now.
Yes. And I was also wearing a hat, and it was really windy, so my hat kept blowing up. And I think I touched it 16 times.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I should have known not to wear a hat while it was windy, but whatever. I thought it was a cool hat, so I wanted to wear it.
Total disclaimer here. I look a little different. I'm gonna have like the brownish bluish hair for like quite a few more episodes after this one. And
I was gonna say we are actually filming this the week of releasing it. So we are filming this on a Tuesday morning. This will be released Friday at 4 p.m. just like all the other ones, but we have pre-recorded 4 episodes. So Karina will have her new hair, and then it will go back to her old hair for 4 episodes, and then from there on out she will have this hair.
Yes.
This is what we get for filming out of order.
I mean, we don't usually.
Yeah, that's true. We try and pre-record. We don't like to push things to the last minute, especially because both of us have jobs now, but also boo, technical issues.
Honestly.
Shall we get into the episode?
We shall.
Oh wait, no.
No, recommendation of the
day.
I would like to say it's very early morning. It's 9 in the morning. It's not that early, but okay. My recommendation of the day is buying yourself something fun from the dollar store.
Nice. My recommendation is the same one I had when we originally recorded this because it goes along with the episode. I recommend the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, but only the first 3 movies because the 4th one is awful and the 5th one is like mediocre.
Okay. The first 3 are great.
The first 3 are the best because, I just think that that's when they had it all. They had the great characters, they had the good plot, and then they're like, the 4th and 5th one, we're like, how many random sea legends can we throw into one movie?
Yeah, the 5th one's a little special to me because it's the only time I've seen a character named Karina in something.
It's not even spelled the same way though, so
it's fairly close.
It is fairly close. Anyways, we said that at the same time. Let's get into it. I feel like I'm a lot less energetic than I usually am, but also to be fair, it's 9 in the morning. We are not morning people.
Excuse me. No.
Anyways, so who doesn't know the Kraken, right? I mean, big beastie. Anyways, so it is a giant cephalopod-like creature in today's media, but originally it was more closely related to a crab. Trust me, I tried to find why. I couldn't find why. Karina and I were extremely hung up on that the last time we filmed this. And I think, I really don't know, but it started becoming more cephalopod-like in the 18th century. So just drawings started coming out of it, and then it morphed into the creature that we know today.
And do you want to define cephalopod?
Cephalopod is basically just a tentacled sea creature. So an octopus, a squid, those kinds of creatures.
Really glad I was able to say that word. I was trying to say philanthropist. You know the Tony. Yeah, that. I can't say that word.
Anyways, so as we all know, Krakens would attack ships by giving them a big old squeeze and then just kind of cracking the ship in half and then dragging it down with them. And because of this, what are you laughing at now?
Big old squeeze, and I'm just like, God, it's the world's most aggressive hug.
Yes, it is the world's most aggressive hug. It's a hug that kills. And because of the sheer size of them and the fact that they're cracking a ship, they can also create a whirlpool which drags sailors down to the depths, never to be seen again. unless you are Will Turner, who literally just defies death in all the movies that he's in until he eventually dies and then still defies death.
Yep.
Because...
Oh, there she is. Sorry, I'm watching my roommate's cat this morning, and she disappeared suddenly, and I was a little concerned because she's been a little spazzy.
Anyways, so according to Norse mythology, it lives off the coasts of Greenland and Norway and that whole stretch of sea. Although, really, when we see it in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, it's obviously like off the coast of the Caribbean island and wherever they sail in that. So my guess is it just kind of roams the ocean, but originally is a Scandinavian being.
Yeah. And we see it more in like more cold water climates, correct?
Yes. Well, I don't know that because the Caribbean waters are warm, I think.
But is that just pirates?
I don't know. My knowledge of water temperature is very low.
Because the Caribbean seas, I believe, not the Caribbean Ocean, but I believe it runs warmer.
Anyways,
but also that's Hollywood.
Yeah, who knows? They film in giant swimming pools.
I love it.
Anyways, so just for a reference here, the average size squid is about 2 feet long, and then octopi range in size. But, you know, because krakens more closely resemble squid than they do octopi, I'm going to be using the size of a squid for reference. So 2 foot long squid. Colossal squid can reach up to 40 or 50 feet, which is really big. And then krakens are said to be that size or bigger. Like, just imagine the huge sailing ships in the days of old. Krakens were like, could be that long. They were big beasties, big calamari. You can spot a kraken coming because, well, in Pirates of the Caribbean, there's a huge whoosh across the water because they spin the thing up and then it goes down. But in mythology, you can see a kraken coming because all the fish that were deep down in the water start to rise to the surface.
Oh god, that's creepy.
I'm not really sure why they do that. It could be because the force of the kraken coming up just kind of rockets the fish up, but
it's kind of like a bulldozer. Is that the word I'm thinking of?
Yeah. So anyways, all the fish start to come to the surface, and that's how you know a kraken is nearby. If the giant squid coming in your direction and the huge tentacle that slowly rises up over your ship wasn't warning enough.
Yeah, you would think the giant squiggly mass would clue people in, but
yeah,
but a bunch of fish. Ooh.
Anyways, so even though they're mythical beings, they don't have any powers other than the fact that they are able to just, you know, smash a ship, create whirlpools just by their size and their movements, but they don't have any like mythical magical powers. Yes. So I remember your reaction to this story of the captain of the ship Daedalus.
I vaguely remember this, and I remember being
so. Anyways, back in 1848, the crew of a ship called Daedalus was sent into a frenzy when they saw what they thought was a kraken. So they came to shore. They were telling their stories, which, you know, sometimes those sailors be out at sea for a long time, and they have a lot of stories to tell. So anyways, they said this creature was about 60 feet long, and so understandably, when they saw it, they were terrified. And Sir Richard Owen, who I can't remember what he was like a zoologist or something, said that they saw a seal.
I remember that.
Yes. So these men,
so upset,
experienced sailors, saw a seal, and Karina was extremely upset.
Yeah, so here, I'm going to explain. I don't think I can explain it as, like, angrily as I did then. But so I grew up kayaking because I lived on a beach, which is where we filmed this episode that unfortunately you guys don't get to see. And so we used, you know, single-person kayak. A seal is smaller than a single-person kayak.
Yeah.
And they're honestly pretty friendly. They're not going to attack you. They might come look at you, but they're not
the elephant seals that you got to look out for. But we don't have elephant seals here. We don't have elephant seals here.
They're not that big.
No, they're just bouncy boys.
They're like the size of the tip of the tentacle. I'm still
Flashback
upset
to me
about that.
calling Kraken's beaks lips.
Oh my god, I remember that.
Yeah. Anyways, the fact that Sir Richard Owen said that these experienced sailors saw a seal led to an argument between Owen and the captain of Daedalus, named Peter. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, so we're going to just call him the captain, who said that his crew knew what a seal looked like because they had been sailing for so many years, that they were experienced in the fact that they knew what different types of sea creatures look like, and the fact that seals aren't that big. So before you think, well, how do they see a 60-foot seal? I don't know if I don't know if Owen was inferring that they saw a 60-foot seal, or they were saying that they just saw a seal and in their frenzy, they exaggerated the size.
Okay. In his defense, sailors have been known to, like, glug glug, but not that much. That would have to be an intense shared delusion with a lot of funky something involved.
Mm-hmm.
And that wouldn't just be alcohol.
Yeah, it'd have to be, what's that term? Mass hysteria?
Yeah.
That led to the witch hunts?
Maybe it was like that ergot fungus thing was just growing on the ship.
Yeah, they just had ergot. Anyways, so the news obviously took a hold of this story, and you know what the news does. They spread it. They just, anything they can hear and see and get their little grubby hands on, they'll tell. So the news said that it could have been a full-grown gulper eel. Which,
yeah, we looked this up.
We looked it up. They are basically, they're also called pelican eels. Maybe I will figure out how to put your original reaction into the video.
Oh gosh.
Because I was talking about them. Karina looked them up. So basically they're eels, but they have like a long, the pelican, you know when a pelican eats fish and their beak goes like that? Gulper eels have that naturally. They just have like an unhinged, droopy jaw type thing, but they also look like they crawled out of the depths of hell.
They do.
They
look like demons.
You know the creepy anglerfish from Finding Nemo? They're worse than that.
That's not that creepy at all.
That terrified me as a child, excuse you.
You know what terrified me as a child? Ursula. So
Ursula is the Kraken. Anyways, so the news said it could have been a gulper eel, as I previously said, or a boa constrictor, which I know that my stepdad watches this. So, Steve, I'm sorry at the fact that I just told you a giant snake was floating on the water in the middle of nowhere.
That's not actually possible, is it? For a boa? Because
who knows? There's water snakes out there. I don't know how long they can be on water, but there's water snakes out there.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Anyways, a letter was sent to the news at the Times that was signed FGS. I could not find what the initials stood for, but they said, this person, FGS, said that the description of the creature matched an extinct sea reptile called a paleosaur, which I don't really know how to describe it. I looked at a picture, but it's basically like kind of how the Loch Ness Monster looks.
Mm-hmm.
In drawings, it basically looks like that. So it could be a huge being that they could have saw.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so this whole thing brings us to the argument of, are Krakens real? I personally think that they could be. They're just under the name giant squid. But also, you know, so little of the ocean has been explored that who really knows what's out there? And also, how do we know we've only explored 5% of the ocean if we don't have... Yeah.
So I will say, like, I am not a marine biology person. I think I agree with myself now from where I was in the original filming. You can let me know. But I think they could have existed. I don't think they can exist anymore.
I remember you saying that because you said that the megalodon no longer exists, but did exist at one point.
Because that's a big argument. Is like the megalodon, for example. We know for a fact that the megalodon can't survive in the ocean climate we have now because we have only like fully discovered about 5%, but we have enough information to know what to expect. And so, like, the example I saw was the megalodon. The surface of the ocean, which is where they usually would hunt, or like the middle of the ocean, is now too warm for how big they were. And then they couldn't go lower because they couldn't survive in that much darkness. So I think with the Kraken or something, we might have seen it evolve into the giant squid or something else or whatever. So I personally think it probably did exist because it's not a seal. I can say that pretty confidently. But I personally think it couldn't exist anymore in the climate we have
now. Yes. So in the 1700s, a zoologist by the name of Pierre Denis de Montfort researched this creature after reports that giant tentacles had come ashore. And judging by his name, I'm going to make the assumption he was French, but I don't know if the giant tentacles washed ashore in France. He could have been studying somewhere and then the tentacles washed ashore. So anyways, after 10 ships went missing in 1782, Montfort blamed the Kraken. So this is years before the Daedalus sighting. So the Daedalus sighting was in 1848. This is in 1782. So this is before. So yeah, he said that all these boats went missing and the boats were actually lost to a hurricane. So this man staked his reputation on the fact that the Kraken was real and destroyed these 10 ships. And then when it came that when the news came that it had actually been a hurricane, his reputation was destroyed.
Yeah. That's a shame.
I feel bad for him because he was so hell-bent on the fact that, this is real. This is what happened. And they're like, actually, it was a hurricane. I don't know what year this was, but ichthyosaur bones were found with a constructed rib cage, and there was some other creature inside it that was a big creature. But anyways, so this happened, and ichthyosaurs were on average 30 feet long. So that's pretty big. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey.
It's early.
But I don't have eggs or bakey.
I want eggs and bakey. Go ahead.
So anyways, another respected zoologist, this time, Carl von Linne, listed the Kraken as a real creature in his book Systema Naturae in 1735. And Carl von Linne is considered to be the father of biological systemics. So this guy is pretty respected. And so the fact that he was able to say that the Kraken is real, people kind of took that seriously because he published it in a book and he is considered to be an important figure in biology. And that's my favorite part, the Kraken's appearances in pop culture. So as with many other creatures, Krakens have not been exempt from being put into pop culture. My favorite appearance of theirs is the Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
Really? We wouldn't have expected.
The Kraken is the pet of the antagonist in the second and third movies, Davy Jones. The Kraken can be summoned at the drop of a giant spinning wheel that drops.
That's better. That's a lot better.
It's like the Times Square New Year's ball.
Yeah.
It's just a countdown and it drops and the Kraken's released.
Instead of New Year, you get squished.
I mean, honestly, that's how 2020 and 2021 felt.
Oh, no. Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, so he is the pet of Davy Jones, the Wiggly Woo Chin.
Don't do that.
Anyways, the Kraken also made an appearance in the aptly named 1830 sonnet by Alfred Tennyson, The Kraken. And there is also a Kraken in Marvel Comics, not the creature, the Kraken, but a superhero by the name of Kraken, which is also the name of Diego Hargreaves in the Umbrella Academy comics, not in the TV show. Because they changed his powers up a little bit. The Kraken also has various video game appearances. I'm not sure which specific video games because the only games I play are The Sims.
And Tiny Princess.
I can guarantee you the Kraken is in neither of those. And also the soon to be here Seattle NHL team, the Seattle Kraken.
Yeah. And I forgot to wear my Kraken sweatshirt again.
Oh no! Rip. So anyways, that's all I have. I would ask you what you think, but you've already heard this information. So what do you think?
I still feel, I think, pretty much the same way, except significantly less cold.
I was gonna say there was a lot of shots of you like this.
It was cold, and I wore dumb jeans for what we were doing. But yeah, no, I feel pretty much the same. Of like, I still think they could have been real. I think they've probably evolved. I don't think they've gone extinct because we do have creatures that are very similar.
And we still have giant squid to this day. Like those creatures haven't gone extinct. It also could have
just been a giant squid.
Yes. Well, who knows? I would like to believe it's real.
Yeah. Yes. I'm really glad we got through this entire episode without my feet being attacked by the cat.
Anyways, so next week's episode, due to a filming error on our part, will be another episode led by me, and it will be the Scottish folktale creature, the Bavanshi. So usually, we flip-flop between Karina and I, but we did a dumb. And we've already pre-recorded so many episodes that there is no point in trying to put them back in the right order. So you get to be blessed with my voice again. But also, Karina's had many 2 parts, so I deserve 2 episodes in a row.
You do deserve
even if they're unrelated.
Shh, you're good. They're both from a sort of similar region in the world, so they're sort of related.
Yes. I would also like to say that I said this in the last one. When I was younger, I wanted to be Elizabeth Swann because all of us wanted to be her.
Be her or be with her. That was always my debate.
Anyways.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Yuki, come say hi.
Thank you so much for watching this episode. And make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, go follow us on Instagram and TikTok.
And Madison, don't forget to do your wish of the day.
Ah! What? Oh, my wish was only related to that episode, so it doesn't pertain anymore. My wish, actually, I'll just reuse it. My wish is that if you're outside and you're wearing a hat and it's windy, that your hat, doesn't blow off.
Look who it is!
And we have a guest star!
Hi, baby. You're okay. Oh dear.
That is staying in.
She's fine. Oh my gosh, I'm covered in cat hair now.
I was gonna say,
she's fine.
Now.
Oh gosh.
What's your wish?
I'm sorry. I mean, it was kind of your own fault.
Yeah, that's staying in the video. That's staying in the episode.
Okay, my wish of the day is that if your cat is coming to say hi to you, she doesn't try to rip the tablecloth off.
Anyways, now, thank you for watching.
Yes.
Please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel because I now know how to navigate through analytics. And I could see that like 25% of you aren't subscribed. So if you don't subscribe, I will become Davy Jones and send the Kraken after you.
Don't do that.
I'll turn my hair into a beard and then I will send the Kraken after you.
I love how you're always the one that's threatening the audience.
Yeah. And then
saying thank you for being here, and then you're all like
I'm kidding. You don't have to you won't have to subscribe. But also if I was Davy Jones, I'd get murked. So
by Will Turner, right? Anyways.
I gotta go follow us on Instagram and TikTok. We are still fussing with that website because
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm sorry. Bye.
Yeah, she's fine.